and things, not show their hand too much coming into it. But what we are coming into is Haven. It is a decider. It's bonk starting on their attacking side, but we've seen them be very capable time and time again. NiP, they've looked great on this. We're seeing Jetts in play from both sides. No Cypher up on NiP, though. It is going straight in for the Killjoy, so it's Killjoy all the way for HIP now. Who's going to take this? We're about to find out. This is the LVL VALORANT clash powered by Logitech. You guys are ready and waiting to see who's going to be the first team to make it to the grand final. It's time to get it on. It's time to see how this pistol round's going to go. And bonk, they're gearing up at the moment, droning out towards C. HIP's up in window. We can't hear anything just yet. And there's already aggression being shown out of B. 3 players pushing on down.
At the Omen map, as we see the smoke's already in play and the C site overrun as bonk just quickly, way too fast for NiP to react, overcome the site. But they're at a man disadvantage and they want to seize extra map control. Good shot though by HIP, and he's going to shut them down with CREA to side. This is looking good with the man advantages sticking firmly in favor of the defenders. The shock dart comes through, but not in time, as this just about manages to fade away to the site.
He walked straight into a headshot though. Bonkar now all alone in a 1v3. He's up on their wall. He tries to make some shots work. Oh, how did he get away with that? He's still doing it. Bonkar, no way. 57 health in a dream. He's playing around the side. He tries to reveal the area. He's going in for the kill. He's on 14 health. Very low. They've got to play off this oh so careful. Next shot can win. They're dancing around each other. He's buying as much time as possible. Bonkar goes in for the clutch. He gets it done. 4 kills and the teabag to end it. Bonk take pistol, which should have never been theirs.
Wow, thanks. I mean, they're at a man disadvantage when they overrun C. They go for garage control and it falls apart. They're slapped back and forth into a 4 versus 2. Bonker left by himself, and he's jump shotting with the classic like it was never even nerfed. Remember, they changed the in-air accuracy of this weapon. It's very hard to use. It's a very weak shotgun when jumping, good up close, if you're right-clicking I'm talking about. But he made it look like it was pinpoint accurate. That was gorgeous with a 1-0 lead. Bonk, hey, there's going to be no question about where their morale is at after that previous map now. They're back. They're ready to go because that clutch right there must have hyped them up. And again, look at that boom bot. So well timed by Yacine. Oh, the nade, it's huge. They're all in the corner.
Oh dear. He may have thought, it doesn't matter if I die, you know. My grenade will do the work. That's a lot of damage being put up there. And I'm so happy to see Sayf on this Jett as well. This is going to be epic for him.
That's what we need, right? We want to see him on the Jett so he can deliver these more individual performances in rounds, not having to worry so much about where he's playing and if he can escape, because he's got that dash to always get out. Now, you consider the position of NiP. Playing Frax, it's always a possibility in a round like this. You know, you've only got your weak pistols. Why not? But a very, very safe approach by HIP.
Yeah.
CREA. It looked like he was thinking about the ninja play for a second, but he's been spotted out. He's been found out. So I think the logic of HIP's approach here is that he's not necessarily trying to save. He's trying to set up so that if he's pushed down, that turret will actually spot them first and give away their position, at which point he could swing through and get the right click on while they're distracted and hopefully net himself that kill. But he's happy if he doesn't find anybody to just save. And obviously he's not trying to carry anything forward. It's not like he's got a weapon or anything like that. But as we discussed before, it's about just conserving the ult charges and not giving them to your opponents for free.
Smart players coming in, that's for sure. A straight 2-0 here, though, for bonk on their attacking side. Lucker getting aggressive, and Ziz comes in with a swipe, but it's a 1-for-1 trade out. CREA's just going to back away here. Throws out the Shadow Orb, doesn't want to deal with it for now. Yacine puts the blast packs out. Oh, CREA, he's taking so much damage, standing a bit too far in the open here. We said about ignoring that B site. Sometimes you need to take that advice. Still though, 4 versus 4 for this one. They've healed CREA back up, but his armor's gone. Bonkar with that bulldog. Trying to look for an opportunity, but no one's going to poke him at this range. But he's going to force out another Shadow Orb down there on C, so Still 2 players on C, 1 on A, 1 on B for now. And they're gearing up for the A push in. This Sova, Fearoth, playing super defensive. He's got to be oh so careful when he pokes out. It's all too quiet for bonk at this point. They're like, what is going on? But Fearoth, well, he lands one, but that's all he's going to get. The push out now can come in. They can grab control of A, but it's how fast this retake's going to come in from NiP.
And they're geared up for it.
He's right on the edge of reason there. He was looking for it.
Remember, you can always spam up through that wood from down below. They know there's players there now. So that cam from Aron, he's just trying to spot them out. If he can manage to land a dart, it could be free kills.
Oh. Oh no! Yacine jumps up. His ult doesn't work out. Rhyme, he's been having great games, but it's on bonkar, who's got the Hunter's Fury. And they can just jump off it. He lands it. He's now got to push on round. He's got to make this work in timing. It's not going to happen. Rhyme is there, and he wants to be the reason to put the end to it all. He picks up a 3rd kill and helps clutch it out. What a great retake. Pretty much from Rhyme. He was backed up by his teammates, but he went in there confident as ever.
So here's the thing, Banks. You know, in that situation, the ultimate, it just completely wrecked Yacine. Because he fires it away. Obviously, it boosts you backwards, right? There's a bit of blowback from it. He went up in the air. He was exposed to heaven. Rhyme grabbing both kills so quickly. And I love the decision-making by bonkar. Something that we highlighted previously. So he commits to the first and finds the kill. And then he just puts it away. Doesn't even fire the 3rd charge because he knows it's not going to kill the other player.
Yeah.
So he runs in. But obviously, that other guy had just stuck it halfway. Just tanked up the shots. And they realized that they could just win the game that way. What is that? Looker, that's a sniper, not a shotgun. And he comes in, just hip firing it into the head, but it's not going to be in. What was that dash? Sayf. He panicked.
The panic dash costs him his life. Now, actually, it's a 3v3. It's possible here for NiP. NiP has the information. The ult's going to be committed as well. Fearoth looking to do some serious damage. No spike being planted just yet. Oh, bonkar misses a key shot. It was looking so good for them. Aron now in the 1v2. Fearoth again. He loves it, doesn't he? Oh, this is sneaky. I like this from Aron.
It depends where he goes, though, right? So he has access to spawn in 35 seconds. It's enough time to go C, to take the longer rotate. It looks like he's going to go all the way around. I'm sure
they might even think he's saving.
At this point...
Oh, is there still a turret down by the looks of it? Yeah.
It looks like it's safe, though, right? Like, it's on the other side of the site. Depends how far he extends. I don't even know if he's in... Oh, he should be slightly out of the arc of it. Maybe? Well, he's going to get planted anyways.
Spike goes down. Gets a good camera position up. We'll give him the information. He needs to check the turret. Gets rid of it. Does take a bit of damage, though. Less than ideal. The paranoia's gone out. The cage is in there, but CREA's pre-firing it. He's ready for it. And the second round's going to go in for NiP. A really good attempt there from Aron, but a little bit too much for him to handle.
I mean, it was a nice decision to go all the way around to C to get that spike planted, to buy that little bit of extra time, but the round not going his way. It keeps it close, keeps it competitive. On the 2-2 scoreline, NiP, they're bouncing back in. They should be able to take the lead now, because realistically, bonk don't invest into this one. They take a nice light buy. The position that Hip's putting the turret in as well, this is like the... You know when you're looking at a Cypher on the C site and they have a cam down that's like right on the little box at the back of sight that just sees straight down long? It's like, yeah, it's probably going to be destroyed, but the whole point of it is that it at least finds a little bit of information. At this point, I probably would have pulled the turret back just because, you know, it's going to get destroyed, but yeah, they left it there for a little bit.
Well, you see him trying to bait out the shots from the operator. They're pushing up on it. Those shock darts very close. But Ziz can just back away for now. NiP not fully overcommitted to this, though, which is good, right? Everyone's pretty much staying to their positions. So they're not being baited out by anything just yet. And really good information plays coming out. They don't have to be worried about anything that bonk are doing yet. Nothing's been sold. Oh, CREA from this position with a judge could be coming up huge as well. It's all on this swing and how it's going to work, what he's going to hear. Oh, played off the side of the turret. I love it. He's only getting one. bonkar was ready for it, but can they even push into C now? Look at the positions that are being had here. They're going to start to rotate around. They're going to actually push it towards A. Sayf's trying to put up some damage on play, but he's already been put down to 23 health. And with no Sage for their team, there's no way of him getting back up there in health. Ziz is going to have to come up huge. This is going to get checked. He swings for it. It's just in the nick of time. luckeRRR goes down. The spike's going to be planted. And they're actually in an advantageous situation despite the limited weaponry.
Oh, those shock darts a little bit too deep. Just about missing out on it. Like, even with the HP in play, bonk definitely do have that advantage now. Able to tuck away, and Sayf even takes the headshot angle, just doming Fearoth and making up for the low health he had. NiP should be considering a save at this point.
Yeah.
Access is so limited, they're going to push through a choke point, and look, they fall back.
Makes perfect sense. I completely agree with them saving that, because bonk didn't really have a business winning that round already. You saw Sayf was super low. When he started to rotate around from mid, he was at 23 health. The fact he still even managed to get a kill there is pretty damn impressive. But that cage being down as well, the way they played off the side of it, far too tough. And bonk, well, they stopped. Too many rounds being put together in one go here for NiP. They put a third on the board. NiP's money is not pretty. They can get the buys up just about. You can drop over to Fearoth at least one.
Watching this.
Plenty of ults up. And actually, look, luckeRRR's got his ult up. So there you go. That'll be easy for him to do. He'll pop the ult most likely and just play off that.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's what you're often going to want to do. We've seen some Jetts, I think especially in the Asian tournament banks, where they were just making some really odd decisions when it came down to committing your ultimate, like buying the one rifle and ulting. But it is essentially a free rifle, and that's what luckeRRR's going to use it as. Getting up close. They might even want to use the shotgun aspect of it, although we know how rough that's been for luckeRRR in the past. The right clicks never seem to work out for him, and he almost loses his life through the smoke spam.
He has to land some sick knife headshots now. Oh. Nicely done. Right click of death. It works out for luckeRRR this time, but they just spam him up through the smoke. They'll hold on to the advantage, but okay, it's a Jett ult that only gets one. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. You've got information that they're all at the top of A long, and the rest of your players now have weapons. CREA's gone super aggressive, and this may catch him off guard completely. It's just about to be checked, but he can still easily walk away with the first kill. Oh, bonkar! 33 health, he still makes it work. Now the Jett has popped his ult on the side for Sayf. Needs to be careful of this turret being there, though. They're going to deal away with it very quickly. Hip's coming all the way around. He hears the draft, and he's very worried where that might be coming from. Sayf's only good for one. They're trying to hold on to it. Hip is locking it down. This is what you want to see from this man, but the paranoia is going to make it difficult for him. All on Fearoth. He can certainly clutch this out. He can hear the spike about to be planted, but he knows there's one close to back sight. Tries to get the information. Actually, he will get it for now. This is huge. How does he want to play it off? Expects the swing, but the timing. Aron, that's lucky he didn't push on it straight away, because Fearoth's aim was directly where he would have poked out.
He didn't actually know about CREA in the backside, so that swing was pretty impressive to... Ziz in the backside. The swing was impressive to take him down first. Could have really worked out, but unfortunately not. I still want to see so much more from Hip as well. I feel like he's been delivering. Not a bad performance, but we know how much this guy is capable of. No matter what agent he's playing on, he comes through with insane performances. And I think, yeah, definitely still finding his feet when it comes to Killjoy. Maybe we'll even see it change in the future if he's not fully comfortable, but I do feel like he's bringing a lot of value to the team outside of just kills. He's pulled his turret back as well over towards the C site. It's no longer in play as he just goes for a little bit of a more passive hold. They've lost one player straight off the bat, so having some sort of information play available to them is quite important at this stage, because they're going to want to start to stack up. CREA's being... Oh, no. It was smart that they realized they'd lost that map control. Yeah. I think they will also have heard him TP into window in the first place when he got down towards bottom mid, and so we're just cautious of him still being around there.
Fearoth takes a few shots and he's like, well, Maybe I'll just duck away from that one. Don't want to sit around here for far too long. Bonk just need to play it smart from here, though, right? They've got the numbers advantage for sure. They're only up against lesser weapons, so it shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. So be careful of Hip's potential swing. Turret's going to be instantly destroyed, but they're going to know he's close. Ooh, timing there for Yacine. I respect that. That's an interesting way of getting past it. The updraft's coming in, but Rhyme... Man, Rhyme has been on point all day long.
Look, it's not like this is something that's massively strange. He's always been a player we can rely on to deliver a good performance, but yeah, exactly the extent to which it's coming in today is just a little bit exaggerated. But look at Bonk, 5-2. They're flying ahead on the attacking side, and we talked about this map. Typically, you know, between these two teams, it looks like a coin flip. I pick Bonk as favorites to take it just based on the recent performances on this map. I feel like they've looked a lot better than NiP. But when you look at how things have developed over the course of this event, at least, on Haven, it's only been played 6 times, so you are looking at a relatively small sample size. But it's been slightly attacker-sided, 57%. In fact, it's been the most attacker-sided map in the pool, again, with only 6 plays, so take it with a pinch of salt. Taking that into consideration, the fact that Bonk are up on 5-2 is even still a little bit more than you would expect. We'll want them now to finish probably up around the 8 rounds because of this early lead. The ult by Bonker, good for 1 bit of damage, that's all. Should be healed back up. Look at the health on Sage. It was literally 1 HP for Rhyme after the fight on short.
Oh, I like this from Ziz as well. While the action's going on, he's managed to sneak in. Rhyme expected it, but wasn't sure if it was up high or down low. CREA now going to be smoked out. No chance of him trying to fight from there. Doesn't want to be risky and push into it and lose his head. And Bonk is starting to get so many rounds in a row that NiP, they need to find the answers.
A lockdown. That's just going to push them all completely out of here. Look how far back they're gone. Oh, Cypher's going to be caught in it still. He's been stuck. He's been detained. That could have been a bait, actually, because he could have went into the corner. Maybe they're cautious of shock darts. But either way, it could have worked out if they pursued him. And you had then the Omen in the corner to take him down. Would have been interesting.
No more charges left.
We come into the late stage of the round, right? Not a lot of time left on the clock. They're going to have to move. It's the A site they want to hit. The Looker's already got that info, a free kill. All they need to do now is delay.
The push is going to come in. Sayf. He hits it onto Lucker. No, CREA. The worst teleport. That's not what you want to be doing. Bonker's now delivering as well. It's only Hip that remains. A 3v1 with the spike down. He's already used his ultimate as well. So much committed in this round. He's just going to fall back. There's no chance in this. I thought that was NiP's round. I thought that was their way back in.
There was only 12 seconds left, Banks. Why are they challenging close long? Why are they teleporting? What was that?
I think that was just a missed teleport from CREA. That can't have been meant. That couldn't have been intentionally. It can't have been, surely.
I thought it looked like he meant to. There's nowhere else I think he could have been TPing to. The timing was unfortunate because his teammate died, obviously, so they just pushed out and went, "Oh, hey, what's up, bro? I'll just take you down." But
it's like, oh, you want to come into our crosshair? Fine, we'll take that.
We'll take that 100% of the time. But it's just like, why? What was the logic behind it? I don't see. It was unnecessary. That's the thing. It was just, it was unnecessary. It could have worked out. He TP'd there, so he'd have a crossfire with his teammate. You know, obviously then Looker could bait the shot or take a kill, fall back, and they get a spray down. It's not a terrible setup. With 12 seconds left, though, you don't need to do that. You just need to delay them for your teammates to rotate.
I'm glad you could see all that, Mitch, anyway. No.
Sorry. I don't know. I think you were trying to balance the color on your camera. It looked like you were doing some sort of an 80s hip-hop move.
Maybe that's what CREA was trying to do in the first place. The 80 hip-hop move. That's what he's trying to do.
Should slide on up. Oh, this is dangerous.
Oh,
we talked about Jett.
Oh, bonkar. Too smart for that. We've seen it so many times, right? You've got to expect it eventually. This is scary, though. How many rounds can Bonk just continue to chain together? Rhyme, he's had some success, but not as much to be a big damage dealer to secure NiP some rounds thus far. And again, luckeRRR, this is unlike him, Mitch. We spoke about him being always like the top fragger, always the one who's like first or second here for NiP. He's not had those games today.
No,
Sayf's been outmatching him.
In the semifinals as well is not where you want to see luckeRRR suffer. And I think obviously playing the Jett the whole way through, he's got his comfort pick. It's been surprising, but Sayf, yeah, he's been so damn solid. I think not as flashy as what we've seen coming through, but again, not playing a Jett, you can't afford to take those aggressive duels, but he's been punishing. He's been winning those fights. We saw him Sage peek on in and like jumping peek around, taking luckeRRR down. I remember on Bind in toilets so many times. He was able to out peek that Opera, and not many people can when luckeRRR's on form.
Slow push coming in. It can be a risk at times if you start to lose the spike, but it's an easy entry into the C site. Bonk have got it done, and look at Yacine's position. If they even want to try and poke around into him, he's ready and waiting. Ooh, there's that beautiful Nebula Sheriff. Look at it distract you, Mitch. Look at you gaze into its beauty and lose all your focus. Aron, though, he's going to have some laser focus if they start to push round. Easy first kill, no problem at all. Might expect some more to be close by. He's got some backup from his teammates anyway, but they're just going to have to be chilling.
When you're hunting down these pistols, or you're playing that sort of aggressive exit with versus pistols, you need to be very careful about them just overwhelming you and taking you down, because already they've got that one Phantom. If they find another, that's a massively successful round. And
Definitely.
so the fact that they all exit on the one angle and that there was no point where you're sort of 1v1ing them where they can come forward, pick the rifle and run away, it's very important to have that done, because otherwise, and we've seen it so many times with professional teams, Banks, where they make that mistake. They go in, they're like, oh, I'll get a couple more for my stats, and then all of a sudden your enemies have multiple rifles.
Mitch, I gotta say, bonkar's at the top. This is just doing his thing. He's been up there the whole way through. But Sayf and Yacine don't even need to have a good game right now for Bonk to have this performance. What happens when they really get going?
Now, what happens if they deal with the front line of bonkar and the boys, and then all of a sudden you're left going, okay,
like,
we got rid of their top fraggers. It's only Sayf and Yacine left. Damn.
Damn, like that again. Sayf. Operator in hand, he takes the opening pick. luckeRRR goes down. luckeRRR needs to find a way to bring his A game back in right now. NiP need it. I need to see the luckeRRR we know and love, because right now he's far too quiet. The wall's gone up. Aron's just playing on the side. luckeRRR will have a bit of a chance in this one now. Oh, he's going to be spotted out though. That drone's going to give him a bit more information, but is it going to be enough? Ryan wants to try and push in on it, but as that smoke goes down, does he dare risk it? The spike's already on the floor. luckeRRR's popped out his ult. He's trying to duck around so many bullets, but look at this. Oh, the flank. It's huge. It's going to be in time. It's going to work out. There's only 2 more to find, and actually, NiP could get this done. NiP are in a great spot. CREA. Oh my god, how the hell did Bonk lose that? The flank was there. They were just over-facing. Great work from NiP. luckeRRR coming back alive and being revived was key.
Yeah, that was massive commitment to allowing the flank to come through. They're so focused on it that they take way too many fights. Get completely shut down. And then you end up in this spot where the smoke that I think they had thrown out themselves blocks out their flanker, so he can't actually deal nearly as much damage. It seems like they weren't fully on the same page on that one. Like, some players wanted to allow the flank to be the main issue for their opponents, and the others wanted to play this much more passive game.
Ooh, double op setup. We do see it so often on Haven more and more, Mitch. Is this where NiP can find their success?
And we're seeing triple op setups sometimes coming out on Haven.
Yeah.
Definitely a map that allows that sort of play, but oh, it looks safe. We haven't seen too much of this, have we? The knives out, looking for some victims. The dash immediately, smokes in place. Still got double updrafts to play around. Backside clear. Here's where I expect the updraft, but actually just staying passive towards the back of the site, allowing Hunter's Fury to spot out a couple of enemies. They've seen where 2 are, and that's an easy spam for Sayf. Up above! Oh! I thought that was Sayf that got it.
Fearoth trying to land it as much as possible. One more to find, but he can't make it connect. Sayf is playing around with the knives. The spike is all the way down the bottom of C long. They need to get this next kill in play, and that's what Aron's going to be doing. 3v1 now. Fearoth, he's got to change something up hugely here. Bonk have full control, and they're going to bounce back into this round to make it 8-3 potentially, unless Fearoth pulls off one incredible play. Sayf still with all the knives as well.
The bots are...
Oh.
Whoa!
The turret, be careful, Sayf, especially when you're that low. This is now winnable for Fearoth. The turret may give him the chance.
Oh man, how many people are going to die to turrets in this game? When you're low HP, it's always dangerous. Fearoth now knows there's a player on the site going around. Good headshot to bonkar and a 1v1 afterwards, but the swing doesn't work. Unfortunately, the turret kill wasn't enough, and it will go 8-3.
That was damn close though. Fearoth in a 3v1 nearly got it done. Aron very low health there as well. Last round of the half, and if bonk can get this, NiP are going to have to play a flawless attack inside.
I mean, no matter what, Banks, it's going to have to be pretty good from them, isn't it? 8-4 is still a hell of a bad half. Even if you consider how, even at an exaggerated rate, you could call this map 60-40. But I'd want to see a whole lot more from NiP. Considering how bonk started it out, I said I wanted them to end on 8 more as possible. The TP in play that Yacine was looking like still took out Hip. They've managed to deal with Omen, and this is a disaster. One by one, NiP are falling. luckeRRR's trying to pull it back, but the shock dart eliminates him, and now it's a massive retake needed by this flank.
Oh, and the Omen ult's going to be used as well. He's low on health. I think he had 1 health to be exact. And he can just disappear and potentially put his own flank onto play if he wants to. Sayf. Only 1 more to find. They are close range. Doesn't expect Rhyme to be playing around that side of it. But Rhyme now has to win a 1v3. The Cypher's down in cubby. He's going to try wall off to give him the extra vision into it. Nice start. Don't overface here though, bonk. Be very careful. This is Rhyme you're dealing with. And Rhyme time can deliver over and over again. Now they get defensive. Now they try to play it smart. He's going to sit on the spike for now. Tries to get it halfway. It's not going to work out. The 1 HP dream for Ziz works out. And we see a 9-3 first half. Bonk. Absolutely bonkers. I didn't expect it to be that good, Mitch.
I will say, Banks, during the break, I was in Twitch chat, and some people said, and I quote, "This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. NiP will win this map." Well,
we both said bonk. Unlucky. Now we've just jinxed it, right? NiP going to make some epic comeback. It's going to end like 13-9.
I'll have to write a twit longer apology to everybody. Like, I'm sorry for calling you out. I don't know anything about this game. But no, like statistically, it just looked so good. The only question was, can you come back from getting smashed 13-3 on the previous map? And I didn't have much doubt that they could, because of that conversation that we had the other day with Yacine, and he's just so happy. Yeah, like you could just tell by him what he's saying about how the team comms are, that they're not the kind of team that get bogged down on a map that they know that they probably should lose. And I think that's somewhere you have to be deathly honest with yourself in, like, coming into a map like Bind and go, listen, we shouldn't win this, boys, but let's try.
Aron just spots it out. Oh, Ziz backing up Yacine. They're managing to make it work. Tries to play off the blast packs. CREA very low as well. They're going to get their way into the site, but Yacine's not done and dusted just yet. They're getting slapped down on every single corner. NiP falling apart on the pistol round. Bonking a 3v2. Now the spike can get planted, but look at the fast play that's coming in. Fearoth, where's he going to put it? He's just waiting for one of them to push in, tries to make it work. It does stand up. Fearoth delivers on the pistol. And it is going to be enough. Critical rounds, critical plays, and a huge shock dart from Fearoth helps them grab the pistol and secures their lives a little bit further here, Mitch.
You know what? Fearoth came into that round going, guys, we're all pretty close on kills, but I really want to top frag this. And he walks out saying, Gurav Mila Mahagut. And the reason he says that is, of course, he's Irish. So he'd be pulling out those Irish words all the time. He's Irish at heart. That's what matters. That's what matters.
Twitch chat. Help
Man of
me.
the people. Man of the people.
At Banks Esports on Twitter, I'm looking for a new co-commentator. It's easy to replace this man. He's not even really a man when we consider his height.
Call me the half man. Many reasons.
Half bite. You're irreplaceable, really, Mitch. Don't worry.
The worst thing that happened to me was in Egypt when I had longer hair. I think I was like 9 years old. Went into a KFC. I was a fat kid. And they just immediately they started laughing and went, Frodo! And that was the worst day of my life. I swear to God, like that actually happened. I was stood there like, really, guys, can't even escape it in Egypt. All right, cool.
I love these guys already. I don't even know them. KFC workers, you're the best.
They spoke basically no English. All they knew was Frodo and
Well,
Mr.
you're
Baggins.
Irish. You're short. There you go. Unlucky for you, the memes exist. Unlucky for bonkar. He's not going to be able to escape for now. He's being trapped down there. He's trying to jump shot as well. Tempting fate with that jump. Do you know what I want to see? And I haven't seen it for a while. When someone makes that jump shot and they just get one tap on the sheriff in the head. That's the most satisfying thing to watch. Oh.
The second.
Oh, Sayf can't get the second though himself. He's got to be careful. He's trying to play off the smoke. They may think he battled away, but Hip's going to continue to fire off shots into it. And bonkar's already so low, man.
He was really trying his best impression of the Spanish Inquisition. No one expected him, but unfortunately wasn't able to get much done by the way of achieving his goals. It goes down to a 4v1, and exiting on a weapon is probably the best thing that could happen. Brian hasn't quite caught bonkar. He wasn't crouched down, wasn't showing the booty, so maybe there's an opportunity for him to now catch the others off guard when they come on through, when they look for their exits. But they're still being cautious of it.
Yeah. Ooh.
And now he's not going to get away with this, is he? They're coming in hungry for their old charges.
Hunting away. So 5 now on the board for NiP. This is the crucial crunch round. Interesting if Lucky... Yeah, is Lucky going to stay on the Marshal? Does he upgrade? Ooh. Okay, he's going to stick with it. He's going to try and take the operator out of the hands of Sayf potentially, but it's not been working out for him.
Well, let's... See, if you take a look down below at the timeline, all right, 2 rounds found by NiP in a row, you win the pistol, you win the anti-eco, okay, fair enough. Now you come into this round with weaker weapons, so realistically, you shouldn't be winning this. And I'm with NiP, they're not behind enough that they need to force buy up here, that they need to go for their Phantoms and Vandals. Saving over their money is definitely the right approach. Now, their objective in a round like this is to take away as many weapons from bonk as possible, farm up their old charges as well. You see Fearoth go through with the drone, the rest of his team entering on the back of that. He already has his ult, so it's even better that he's in the back lines. And they're going to start moving in towards the C side. No, they're not. Even catching me off guard with this push in towards the spawn. The paranoia is, though, going to be traded out. Sizz catches all of them, and that halts the plans completely. Oh, what a shot. That was actually Aron that took Brian down.
What?
But,
I thought that was the wallbang. I thought that was the wallbang.
It looked like it was. It was perfectly on him. I think he weakened him up anyways. But look at this. They've only got 1 frag on the NiP side. Spike is down, so no plan possible.
No.
This is a really, really solid round from bonk. They're avoiding giving any sort of equity to NiP for the mixed buy they've gone for.
Hip's just trying to push forward, but you're risking it going into those back lines. Oh, nice shot with the ghost. Looks for some more, but Sizz is there. An easy spray down to pick up 2, a 10th round as well. They're 5 ahead. And with the weapons in their hand, 3 alive. They've definitely kept hold of the operator as well, so that just gets passed back over to Sayf. I need this. Crazy. Now, this is interesting for me, though, Mitch, because luckeRRR has his operator on the attacking side. That's where he can really shine. That's where we can see him open up the rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Does he want to risk it and have a poke towards potentially a long, for example?
You know, for NiP, this is such an important round. You expect to see risks fairly limited. That's a very aggressive play by Sayf. Of course, if it gets risky, you can almost dash out of there up above, but you don't see it all too often. It jumps above the smoke. And bonk are feeling confident. They've got such a heavy lead at the moment. Winning this buy round puts NiP back down to not a whole lot of cash. Probably do a mixed buy with just a couple like ghosts and such.
Imagine how good it must feel for bonk right now. You're so close potentially to eliminating NiP, going to the grand final. The team that dropped you. Not obviously didn't drop the whole bonk roster, but 2 of the players. Let them get rid of this, right? And say, you should have kept us. Oh, CREA. Still takes down Yacine. Fearoth trying to make it work with the Hunter's Fury. Not much success found though. Bonk still up in the numbers advantage. CREA wants to give himself an opportunity to push on through with this. Is it going to be enough to play off the side? Fearoth, oh, he goes up high. He didn't expect that himself, I don't think. Oh, Sayf! He's doing it again. Ziz with the final kill. 11 secured. And bonk, they continue to make it happen.
That was a nice wall by Ryan, but yeah, Fearoth did look a little bit lost on that one. I don't know if it was communicated fully on timing, or maybe he just wasn't hitting the shots, and it looks that way to us. But for
it looked like he was confused.
In a way, it almost looked like bonk ready for that, though. They're so quick on the reaction once they came up above. So I guess as soon as you hear that wall, you're realizing, okay, I don't see the wall. Maybe they're coming up above something. That's nice, easy kills on 11-5. This is huge for bonk. They're so far ahead at the moment. Ult's not going to come into play in this round for their opponents either. And so they just need to keep on that consistent performance. The nade pushes hit back early on. You're not going to see any aggression on the back of it, though. Bonk were just looking to tickle a couple of opponents.
Oh man, the interview after this is going to be nuts. NiP, they need to start pulling rounds back. They need to show some signs of life.
They've just been fully smoked out of going to the A side. Ziz on a very aggressive play, able to get one, but up against weaker weapons, he's punished. The long, whoa, Yacine's going in as well. Remember, they've not got a Sage, so this damage sustained is unhealable. CREA cancels just in time, as he was just about to be spotted and taken down. And you'll see some players do that. They know the timing so well of that ult that they'll leave their backs turned to it and then turn just as it's too late for them to cancel. I think that was attempted there, but unfortunately, CREA had the read. 11-5. Such an important round for bonk. And even with the low HP on Yacine, he's got his ultimate. That showstopper can be the difference maker, but it's going to be the A site that's threatened. And look at this. Without having your Cypher towards here, no cam up. They're just able to creep on through and get that really fast flank. NiP have got such good positions now.
This is actually huge. CREA expects someone up high, but actually the site is clear. Spike's going to go down. Bonk will have the information now. The full rotation will come in. bonkar trying to land the shock darts in there. How much information can he get off this as they want to try and make their way in? It's going to be a timing push from bonk. The fact that NiP have got this far is quite huge anyway. 2 up in the tower for now. Yacine, ult in play. He sends the rocket out. It lands onto CREA. It's less than ideal for NiP. Oh, they've been spotted as well. They run round, spamming the corners, spamming the players down. It's all on Ryan. Ryan time once again. But is he going to shine? There's only 1 kill found thus far. On to the second. It's game on. He's spraying it away. Ooh, he delivers some more damage, but it's just not enough.
It's like the end of the Titanic. Both players just sitting together. Never let go. But luckily this time they're not forced to, as they get that defuse on.
12-5. Series point, Mitch. Bonk could be eliminating NiP here.
I mean, this has caught me off guard as well, Banks, because realistically, NiP should, like, the last map was great for them, right? So there's no way they're coming in a bad mental space. I said from the start I thought bonk would take this map. I thought bonk would look like the better team even after being stomped on the previous one. But literally I said it was going to be close. Yeah, we're looking at NiP putting up a very good fight, maybe even taking it. Said it was close to a coin flip for bonk. This is insane. This kind of performance pulled out of the bag. I said that they wanted to win this series so they could turn around and say, NiP, you might have dropped some of us, but you made a mistake. We're the better team than you when you're not on form and when you're on form. Any day, we'll take you. And bonk are showing that. They might not know how to play blind, but give them any other map, and they'll walk away with it.
And mate, this is only just the start. We've had an epic semi-final. We're going into G2 versus FPX next as well. NiP fighting for survival. The wall goes up, but Ziz is up high. Yacine's there to back him up as well. The paranoia goes out, but look at the blast packs. Perfect use of them just in the nick of time. Ziz is finding the kills either way, and NiP, they can't push in on this just yet. They don't have the information. They don't have the knowledge to fight into this. They're going to try and make it work here in C, but Aron, he's only holding down 1, but the information's had. They're starting to push in. The revives come in. This could be what they need, but Ziz, he's not done yet. Yacine's hitting headies all day long. And Ziz can just be so annoying. Only 1 player remaining. 4v1. It's all in bonk's favor. Ryan trying to come from behind. Sayf expects it.